Well, hello, hello, hello. Tate Big Boy. Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sapnewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. Please know that this is not financial advice. I'm only here to entertain you and to remind you to only buy on those red candles. What a day today. We got a lot of news coming out of Celsius. You won't believe it. If you guys watch a channel called Bitboy Crypto, you may know the main guy, Ben, just a burly kind of guy, very lovable, jovial kind of guy, just kind of rolls with everything. He was freaking out today. He was in rare form. I've never seen Ben like this before. He is pissed at Alex Mashinsky, the CEO of Celsius. He went off on Alex Mashinsky. He said Alex Mashinsky should be in prison. He likened Alex Mashinsky to a Nigerian prince. You know, the Nigerian prince schemes? He likened him to that. It was crazy. It was off the hook. Amazing. Okay, so what happened? So Ben was talking. Now, you guys may know Ben, he loves Bitcoin, right? He's a huge proponent of Bitcoin, and he's a huge proponent for you hodling your Bitcoin. He doesn't think you should sell your Bitcoin. There's ways, if you are in possession of Bitcoin, what you can do to make the most of your Bitcoin holdings is to leverage your Bitcoin. So you're taking loans out against your Bitcoin. This way, you get cash on hand, which is a good idea, especially in markets like this, bear markets. This way you can buy other cryptocurrencies for low prices and not have to lose your Bitcoin. Okay. He's a huge advocate for platforms like Celsius, where you're able to do that, where you're able to put your Bitcoin on that platform, which, by the way, is a centralized platform. It's not DeFi, it's supposed to not be the Wild West. It's supposed to be centralized. It's supposed to be, like a respectable kind of platform, somewhere where you put your tokens, AKA your money, and you can have confidence that they're going to be there. They're secure. This is a legit business. What's up, Betty? Thank you so much for popping by. And everything should be okay. Well, we know what happened with Celsius, right? So there was rumors last week, and I made a video last week saying, you know what? I don't really talk that much about Celsius, but everything I'm hearing is not good. And if you have anything on Celsius, you need to get off Celsius. Pull whatever it is that you have there. If you have loans with Celsius, pay them off, and just whatever you have, get it off of there, because it's not looking good. Something's not right. When the uh, bigger money agencies, when they start to withdraw from a project, there's blood in the water, right? These guys are in the know. They know months and months before we know. Months and months and months before we know. So Bitboy went live today, Ben, and he was talking about the situation with Celsius. What is up, Jose? Welcome to the stream. So, a lot of people were upset with Ben because, like I said, he's a huge proponent of Celsius because he wants people to collateralize their Bitcoin, leverage themselves, take some cash out, don't sell your Bitcoin, and do what you got to do, especially in this market. Buy up the dips, make even more money. But Celsius screwed everybody, right? Even though they are a centralized platform, they were gambling in a lot of decentralized places. They were gambling in DeFi. Now, that's where you make a lot of money, right? That's where you get that opportunity to make a crazy amount of money in a short amount of time. It's the best way to do it, but it is a gamble. And they've placed several huge bets that, what, guys, they just didn't work out. Those bets really didn't work out, and they wound up losing a crap ton of money. So Ben was talking today about how he was actually speaking with Alex Mashinsky not too long ago, and he felt like, something was up. something was not going right. He could just he kind of felt it, but he's like, no, this is Celsius. There's nothing that's going to happen here. It's not like, it's some DeFi thing. And my money's safe. My money's safe over there on Celsius. He had a significant amount of holdings. He said to the tune of $3 million he had over there. Not only did he have his money over there, the Bitboy circle, but a lot of the people that also work over there, they got their parents' Bitcoin in there or other tokens in there, like major, major, major holdings over there in Celsius. So he's been a huge proponent of Celsius this whole entire time. Now, so people were really upset with him because he was always talking up Celsius and how you should do this and do that, and it's going to be safe, it's going to be okay. And people were super pissed. And he's like, listen, I know you're upset with me. I get it. I've been talking Celsius up. He's had Alex on the show. And so people are really going after Ben. They're like, Ben, basically pointing the finger at Ben, saying, like, you shilled this to us and, you need to take some blame here. And he's like, whoa, I got $3 million myself sitting over there. I didn't just bring this dude. I don't take money for my channel. I don't shill anything. All of the money that I make from trading. Even the money that he makes for YouTube now, that we're talking about a channel that has over 1 million followers. They generate like $50,000 a month with their AdSense, which they give all of that to charity, which is very commendable. So as far as him shilling Celsius, it's totally no, that's not what's going on at all. So obviously a lot of people upset with Ben, but he's just as upset, right? Like he's got more to lose than the average holder, $3 million. So what he tried to do, he wants to get his money off of there, right? So he said, hey, when you have that much money somewhere, you've got your own person that helps you, your own assistant for Celsius, okay? Probably you and I will never have, well, maybe one day we'll have that, but as of right now, we don't have that. And he said to his person, hey, man, I have loans out. I got my assets sitting over there and I have loans out. I've got enough to cover my loans. I've got enough money there to just pay the loans off. Let's square up. I'll pull out and everything will be fine. You know what they said to him? You can't use your money that's in your own account to pay off your loan. And he's like, wait, what? This is where he likens them to a prince, right? The prince scheme, the Nigerian prince scheme. He's like, what are you talking about? I have my money there to pay off my loan. I want to pay it off and get my shit off your platform. They're like, no, if you want to pay off your loan, you've got to give us other money, not the money that's in your account. You've got to give other money. So this is where he's like, oh, I see. Remember last week I was saying, like, there is a chance that they're insolvent. And I don't want to say they are insolvent because I don't want to get sued, I think they might be insolvent, though. From everything that I've seen, I think they might be insolvent. You want to get off. Ben, because he told us that story, now we know definitively, oh, yeah, chances are they're insolvent. The money that he wanted to use to pay off the loan, it's simply not there. It's gone. He can't take his money to pay off the loan because they done used his money already, right? It's gone. He can forget about it. So he's thinking, hey, man, my money's gone. Your money's probably gone. And depending on the amount that you have, if you had anywhere from under $25,000, your best bet is to take them to small claims court and sue them in small claims court before they start filing bankruptcy. Excuse me. So that's the deal. So yeah, Celsius is probably insolvent. I don't want to say, like I said, I don't want to say it is because I don't want to be getting a lawsuit from Alex Mashinsky or any of his, highfalutin attorneys that he's hired over there, because we did see this today from the Wall Street Journal. Let me take my face out of there. From the Wall Street Journal, crypto lender Celsius hires restructuring lawyers after the account freeze. Now, what are restructuring lawyers? They come in, they, restructure debt. They do a lot of hocus pocus because you're about to file bankruptcy. Crypto lender Celsius Network LLC has hired restructuring attorneys from the law firm Aiken Gump Strauss Hauer and Feld to advise on possible solutions for its mounting financial problems, according to people familiar with the matter. Last week, Celsius told users that it was pausing all withdrawals, swaps, and transfers between accounts because of extreme market volatility. Celsius is first looking for possible financing options for investors, but is also exploring other strategic alternatives, including a financial restructuring, one of the people familiar with the matter said. So we know what that means. They don't have the money. They don't have anybody's money. They done lost the money. It's gone. Now you might be saying, well, where's the money? Like, how could they lose money? When you have and this is something that was similar to the Luna situation. Okay. And let me just start by saying, whenever you have these huge entities, top coins, top projects that have a lot of money into them, when they start to fold, when there is a volatile market, if there's a problem with that project, chances are they're not going to make it through. This is how Bernie Madoff got uncovered, because there was not new money coming in and he couldn't afford to keep the Ponzi scheme afloat. When you take in tokens and you promise this ginormous APY for returns, this is probably going to happen, especially when the market is in a downturn. Now, when we're in a bull run, it's easy to make money in crypto. Very, very easy. It's hard to make a bad bet when you're in a bull run. No matter what you're buying, it's going up, right? It's going to go up. But when the market downturns and we're not at the bottom yet, I hate to tell you that this is just the very, very beginning of our woeful sorrows in the market. It really is. I'm thinking we could see Ethereum. Now, everybody was upset with me on Twitter. I think we could see Ethereum in the low 500s. I think Bitcoin can go back down to 11,000. We know the economy is not good, and it is just the beginning. With soaring gas prices, soaring food prices, it's a problem because of the broken supply chain. If we get the supply chain fixed, I don't think this issue can last, right? If we get, if that war ends in Ukraine, if Russia just gets the hell out of there, we can lift sanctions on Russian gas, because right now, no one's allowed to buy gas from Russia. So whatever sources we had to buy gasoline from before, we're making a lot of gas here in the United States now, a lot of it. But the problem is there's not enough of it. And now other places that we were able to source that gas from, other countries that are no longer allowed to buy from Russia, like Germany, now are competing with them. There's only a finite amount of resources when it comes to the raw ingredients, petrol. What do? Right? Everything starts going up. Aluminum, there's a shortage in aluminum. There's a shortage in baby formula. Like, there's a shortage in everything. We need to just get this supply chain back on track and get the economy back on track. This is probably a great time for the government to make a huge investment in its people and in its infrastructure. What we should do right now is batten down the hatches, and all of the crap that we were buying from China, we no longer should get it from China. We need to start making stuff here in the United States again. That's what we did in the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s. It wasn't really until like the late 70s, the early 80s, that we started to outsource manufacturing, outsource other jobs. It didn't happen until then. When we were making everything here, our economy was booming. It was great. It was wonderful. That's what we need to do here again. But no, Every CEO is beholden to the stockholder. The stockholder wants to see the price of their stock increase year after year after year. There's only one way to do it. Like, if you're not making more profits, how can you look better on your spreadsheet, right? Like, okay, how am I going to make this look better? You start chopping heads. Okay, let's start chopping jobs from here. We'll start chopping jobs from there. We'll start chopping jobs from over here just to get that workforce super lean so you can show greater profits, which then makes your stock price go up. But now it's become a domino effect. You have to keep trimming jobs. Oh, okay, now, well, you know what? To make this circuit board here, it would be about $2 more a circuit board. If we got it made over there in China, we could get it for less, more profits. But that has a trickle down effect. Now, it's not going to happen in a year. It may not even happen in 10 years, but eventually those loss of jobs, the loss of manufacturing over here, all of those decisions come home to roost. And it's really coming to a head now. So we need to get our heads out of our ass. We need to start making major investments here in the country. Anybody that wants to open up a manufacturing plant, the government should give them a loan to do it. Whatever it is that we need, you make it. Let's make it here. Workforce, American people, your raw materials sourced here in America. We hardly make any steel here in the United States anymore. Hardly at all. The majority of steel comes from China. I mean, hey, Sherry, how are you? Welcome to the channel.
I'm fine. Thanks.
I said Sherry, and she thought I said Siri. Quiet. Oh, what's up, Juanito? Juanito says, yes, JM, all those protocols that offer crazy, insane APYs. Yeah, it is insane. That's exactly what happened with Luna. Luna was offering a crazy amount of APY. You can't do that. You're constantly paying out money. You can't keep up with it. There's just no way to do it. They did the same thing. Celsius was doing the same exact thing, anywhere from 18 to 20%. I mean, where else are you going to go stake your ETH? You can't, until Ethereum moves to proof of stake, can't really do it over there. Bitcoin, you can't stake Bitcoin on Bitcoin. That's not how that works, right? It's proof of work, not proof of stake. You've got to do it on another platform. So they were offering these huge APYs. And when the market was fine, everything was good. But once the market started to go sideways and they made bad investment choices with your money, there was a lot of different exploits on a lot of decentralized platforms that they took very bad hits with, okay? The first one was the Badger DAO hack. Now, I think they lost like 35,000 Ethereum. Not 35,000, dollars worth of Ethereum, but $35,000. And I think at the time when that happened, we're talking like $75 million, which I think they finally just like copped to that, right? Like they finally just copped to that. Another thing was the Badger DAO hack. They wound up losing, I think, like $50 million, right? Uh, their big investment was the 288,000 Ethereum that they have staked over there in Ethereum 2.0. So Ethereum is going to move to Ethereum 2.0. It's going to be the merging of the two blockchains. It's going to take a long time to do. As a matter of fact, they kind of even just pushed it off further down the road. They did do some testing with it last week, but it's not coming anytime soon. They set off what was known as I think it's called the smart bomb or something. I can't remember what it is, but it was once that was set off, it was supposed to be done in like 8 months. It didn't happen, right? They keep pushing it off and pushing it off. Celsius made a very big bet. They made a very big gamble that was going to be ready and they were going to make it big. They wanted to be like one of the big major validators for Ethereum 2.0. So Ethereum 2.0 is going from proof of work to proof of stake. Okay, so instead of miners, there's going to be validators, and you have to have Ethereum stake to do that. 288,000 Ethereum they have locked up in these contracts that they cannot take out. They can't do it until Ethereum 2.0 is up and going. If you locked in, baby, you locked in. You're not getting your money. You're not getting your Ethereum. You locked in there, unfortunately. First, they have to drag you into the project. Once they have their take, they charge. It's for sustainability. Shibarium blockchain is supposed to be around the corner as well, but do you even release it in these conditions? Very true. I mean, that obviously the people that have Shiba Inu are hoping that that happens, but we just have to we have to see. What's up, John Patrick? Welcome so much to the channel. Appreciate you for dropping on by. So, yeah, it was very unusual to see Ben go off because he was, that vein was popping out in his neck while he was talking about it. Like he was worked up, not happy. So, on top of him being out personally $3 million, now he's got to defend himself from the haters, right? Kind of like what happened to me with the whole Strange Inu thing. I didn't make any money on well, I shouldn't say I didn't make any money. I made some money on Strange Inu, but not as much as I should have made. And I got heat because that thing rug pulled, right? I didn't make any great amount of money, right? But I was telling everybody, take your, take money. No reason you should get wrecked with Strange Inu. You should be taking your money. This is where we got in, and here's where we are now. Get your money out of there. Even though I said it, every single video that I made, people will always hold it over my head that I talked about Strange Inu. It was the only, and now they call me the queen of rug pulls. Can you believe it? One, just one. Sherry knows, just the one. And, and it's people that will hate on you that don't even necessarily know you. Like they never came to my channel and watched any of the videos that I did about that token. I was like, we got a good opportunity here. We're in early. Look at all this money we've made. Make sure you're taking your money out though. Make a crap ton of money. Take it out. Now he's up against the same thing, Ben. He didn't personally gain from anything that anyone invested in Celsius. He thought he was recommending a good thing. And it didn't turn out that way. People are losing money and he's taking a lot of heat for it. People are accusing him of taking money from Celsius to promote them. Sometimes different influencers will do this. We can make, and even you could do this as an investor. Whatever platform that you're investing on, they always say to you, hey, invite a friend, use this code, and you will get some free whatever it is they're giving away, Shiba Inu or $50 worth of Ethereum. If you invite 3 friends onto our platform, everybody will get a gift. They offer that to us influencers. Like in my description box, I could put a link to every different platform, crypto.com, Coinbase, Binance. Like I could do all of them, but I don't want to do that because I get nervous, number one, that something's going to happen with one of these platforms. We never know what's going to happen. Now that we see this going on with Celsius, Binance is in, under audits right now, that there could be trouble with any one of these platforms. I don't want to be involved with getting anybody onto a platform. Well, I used your code, but it's because of you. You were my gateway onto this. I don't want to do that. Like, certainly I could there's influencers that make a lot of money every month with those links and codes. I don't want to do it, right? So people are coming down on him thinking he's, get some kind of kickback. Meanwhile, this poor dude is out $3 million and doesn't know what to do. So he said today, Alex Mashinsky is no better than one of those Nigerian princes that says to you, we've got all this money, but I need you to send me more money. unable for you to get your money. You want your money, you got to send me money. And then you send them the money, and then they're, oh, what? There's fees involved. You got to send a little more. They will bilk every penny out of you. And that's what he thinks is going on right now with Celsius. Now, Alex Mashinsky is due to do an AMA on their YouTube channel the 17th. But they scheduled that AMA before they formally hired that law firm. So there's every chance in the world that that AMA is not going to happen. The lawyer's going to be like, shut up. You're not talking to anybody. You're not, because if you talk, you're giving evidence. And we don't want you to give evidence. We want you to keep your mouth shut because don't forget, right up to the day that they slammed the gate on Celsius and said no more withdrawals, no more swaps, no more anything. Right up until that day, that very moment, Alex Mashinsky said, any words that you're hearing about problems with our liquidity is FUD. If you went on their website, they had this number on the screen. This is how liquid we are. We've got plenty of money in here. Do your research for yourself. No shit. That's what the website said. We're liquid. Come see how we're liquid. They show you a fake balance sheet. Not that it's a fake balance sheet. It was just a number on a screen, but that was Ben's point. It's just a number on a screen. It doesn't mean anything. Show me a wallet where that shit is being held. Show me a wallet that leads me to, hey, I've got 500,000 Ethereum sitting over here. Part of it's yours. Don't worry. That's our fallback plan. But they don't have that. Anybody can put numbers up on the screen, right? I could type a number into the screen right now. Guess how much money I have in my bank account? $20 million. You should listen to me. Does that mean I have $20 million? No, it's just a number on a screen that you shouldn't believe. Juanito says, now normally I put my glasses on, but I don't know where the hell they are. Juanito says, yes, I don't refer anymore. I don't want to have that, oh, you made me invest it, yada, yada. Yeah, it's scary, right? What's up, Lil Yumper? Thank you for coming by. I'm a victim of the Shibtoro debacle. LOL. You live and learn. Oh no, Lil Yumper. To kind of just get off that for a second, the Bitboy thing. Freaking Shibtoro. Oh my gosh. That dev, he's gone again. I think he's on the back of a milk carton somewhere. This guy went onto Twitter and was like, yeah, we don't have any volume. And so I'm ending the project. The price dropped like, 95% or whatever it was because everybody's like, okay, well, it's dead. I might as well sell and try to get out of it. And then a couple days later, after a lot of people sold their tokens off. He's like, well, the community is rallying behind me. They want me to continue on with the project. So I'm going to give it another go. And I'm like, okay. So I did a video and I was like, hey, well, this guy said he's going to, try to make a go of it. Like I want people to get their money back, at least to try to sell it and get the hell out of there. But this guy was always a loose cannon. He actually put on Twitter that he spent $250,000 on influencers to promote the token. This guy used my name. He's like, all these shitty influencers like Sandstorm and Austin and Zach and Tammy. I'm like, Tammy? Tammy didn't see no part of $250,000. I tell you that much. I didn't charge them anything. Nothing. Nothing. He came onto my channel for an AMA. I didn't charge him. After the AMA, he's like, hey, I'd like to give you a tip because you were like the first person that had me on your channel that didn't ask for money up front. So I'd like to send you something. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I thought he was going to send me like $50. He sent me 500. But I didn't ask for it. And I certainly wasn't expecting it. He just sent it. But that's a far cry from $250,000. But we know who got the money, right? Like when you hire Austin Hilton, Zach, like these guys have big channels. They have a big reach. they're worth whatever money you pay them. And I think, they do make a lot of money because they're worth it. Because if they weren't worth it, people wouldn't hire them. But they have people that listen to them, that take their advice when it comes to investing opportunities. They're worth it. That guy spent money on them, and his token was doing good until he ruined it. Like, I just don't know what else to say about the guy. He flew off the handle, and he's not all there. What's up, Maddie B? Maddie B is in the house. So, Lil Yumper, I am so sorry that you lost money with ShipToro. I lost a lot of money with ShipToro too, because part of that $500 AMA money he sent me, I spent half of it to buy ShipToro. And by the time I'd gotten into it, it was all right. It wasn't at all-time highs. It was starting to come down from all-time highs, but then it just went significantly lower and lower and lower. So there was a fallout over there. I don't know what happened on Telegram. I don't know what kind of fight happened, but there was an influencer called, uh, oh, thank you. I deserve less than 1,000,000 subs. Well, then I guess I get what I deserve because I I have way less than 1,000,000 subs. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. Um, I can't remember what I was gonna say now. You threw me. That's okay. You can think whatever it is that you wanna think about me, but know this, I always tell it to you straight. No matter what it is you think you know about me, I'm sure if you spend a little time on this channel, you may have a different perspective about me, because I can't tell you how many people heard crap about me on Twitter, and then they came over to watch me on the channel. They're like, "Oh, I was expecting something completely different, something else completely." And they're like, "You're nothing like what people say you are." I'm like, "Well, I appreciate that." So if you wouldn't mind hanging out there, Pima Norbu. Oh, no less than 1,000,000. Oh, I thought you said you deserve less than 1,000,000. And you wrote it in all caps. So I was like, "Oh, okay, I take it back." I thought, Pima Norbu, I don't have my glasses on, so I Oh, Trustless is in the house. Trustless, thank you for the 19.99 bomb. Tammy, showing the love. Keep up the great work. Also, thanks for following 5555 gang. And everybody knows who that is, because if you remember, we had Nick, the Hexagon. Remember, the Hexagon was here. All the Hexagons were here talking about Hex. And Hex, what a great opportunity. I mean, I'm staked up for 15 years over there. By the time that 15 years is up, it should be beautiful. So thank you. Thank you. Trustless is a Hexagon, I'm sure. Thank you. Thank you, Trustless. Yes, I am blind as a bat, Maddie. You know that. So funny. I think you were saying Shibtoro and rugging and being a lot. Yes. So he basically, you know, he's gone MIA again, this guy. I think he did just a last ditch effort to take every last little penny that he could out of the community. I'm not kidding you. Just last week, he's like, rah, rah, sis boom ba. Now he's like, damn you, you haven't bought anything. Not kidding. If you go over to their Telegram, which he has now muted, you guys, you can't leave a comment on there anymore. I mean, this is supposedly a token that he's trying to shill and push and move. You can't leave a comment on their Telegram. And all he did was say, it's your fault. You guys aren't buying enough tokens, and you're not buying my NFTs. It's all your fault. And you're not on Twitter shilling. I can't do everything. I'm not kidding you. If you go over to Telegram, that's what he freaking said to the community. Can you believe it? All of the money he took off of these people, and he's got the nerve to be upset with them. I don't know where these developers get off. Like, I really don't. If influencers made 250,000, he had to make 5 million. I'm telling you. No way he's given a bigger slice of the pie to someone that's not him. Can we just say that? We know that for sure. No way. If they got that much, he got quadruple the amount. I'm sure of it. So he's got some nerve. So yeah. And then, so before Celsius like slammed the gate shut and they're like, you can't take anything out, there was a huge group. It was the Alameda Research Group, the XTS people, I think. They wound up taking all their crap off the platform. They moved all of their Ethereum off the platform. They're like, nope, these are the same people. Just shortly before Luna went south, and so did their stablecoin USDT, they also dumped all of their UST, all of it. They're like, no, we're out. All of these people are in cahoots together. They talk to one another. They leak stuff to one another. They let them know, hey, you know what? We've got bad news coming down the pipe. You have extra money here. You know what? Instead of us giving the regular people like their money back, the regular people who work for a living, who probably invested every last dime that they possibly their life savings with us, instead of us giving their money, why don't you come and take all yours out? Like, it's just not fair. Now, how could they know to do that, right? How could they possibly know how to do that? I don't know. But anyway, listen, it was not funny to see Ben blow up at all because I like that guy. Have you guys ever watched that channel? Hilarious. They got the guy reading the stock prices or the token prices. He's playing the piano, like he's doing show tunes and he's reading you all the price. Very nice, family oriented type of environment, funny as hell. And he was pissed. What's up, Awesome Austin's in the house? Oh, my camera went out. Hey, my friend, what a shit show that about? Because we talked about a few shit shows today, but I guess if you're talking about Celsius, it is a complete shit show. And what do you think in Awesome? You think they're completely insolvent? Because I do. I do. I think they're completely, I don't think they got shit. I think they hired that lawyer because they know they don't have anything, right? This is from the Wall Street Journal. It's gone. It's gone. Celsius lends out customer deposits to other users to earn a return. The company managed 11.8 billion in assets as of May 17th, according to its website. It offers users annual percentage yields of up to 18.63% on cryptocurrency deposits. You just can't do that, right, guys? Like, there's no way they can keep up with that. Whenever there's a downturn in the market like this, any projects that are truly not liquid and truly strong, they're going to collapse. It's just like the showing of Bernie Madoff. Like they always come to the surface. They get found out. Now you have to think to yourself, with the loss of Luna, now with the loss of this, what next domino is going to fall? And don't forget now, all of this money is going to be out of crypto. All of this brings down the bottom line for crypto, which means everything's going to start coming down. And people have that area, right? Like we always talk about, know where your exit strategy is. Where's your exit strategy? Where do you pull the ripcord and say, nah, had enough? I had it last week when I was like, hey, you know what? I put on all my ETH for stablecoin. I'm not going any lower with that. It is what it is. I switched up my BNB for BUSD, which is the stablecoin on Binance, and I locked it up there. I'll decide when I start buying in again, but I'm not. I know Awesome Austin. He's got a shit ton of BUSD or BNB, right, Austin? Oh, yep. Tron. Algorithmic stablecoins. It's a problem. I don't think there should be any more algorithmic stablecoins. They're too easily exploitable. It's not a great algorithm, I have to tell you. The only stablecoin you should trust are things that are actually attached to a physical dollar. It's backed by a dollar someplace. I'm not even feeling love for the stable coins that are backed by cryptocurrency themselves, like a more valuable cryptocurrency, because that could go down. We don't know what's going on here. It's really, yep, I remember you said that one time you were stacking up the BNB. And it's just it's a scary time to be in cryptocurrency because you're like, guys, buckle up because it is just the beginning. I know people are hoping for a V-shaped recovery. Ooh, we're going to have a V-shaped. No, it's not going to be a V-shaped recovery. We might get a few dead cat bounces, but this is the long haul. We're going down. We're going down. I think we could see a low 500s Ethereum. I think we could see an $11,000 Bitcoin. Can you imagine how Michael Saylor must be freaking out? Michael Saylor, the largest owner of Bitcoin, his company is MicroStrategy. Now, he owned a lot of Bitcoin, but he really, really went in even harder at the very, very top. Like $65,000 Bitcoin, this guy freaking leveraged himself to the hilt because he's talking about, $100,000 Bitcoin, inevitably a $500,000 Bitcoin. Why wouldn't you buy it for 65,000? But here's another point that Ben made, which is another reason why you should watch his channel because he's been in the game a very long time. He knows a lot of people. He's like, a lot of these guys are bullshit artists. You can't trust anything they say. He's like, I can't remember. I wish I could remember the guy's name. He's like, this guy was talking about how Bitcoin was going to 100,000. He's like, he sold all of his Bitcoin 2 days later. He's like, you can't trust anybody. You really can't. So you have to know your limits. Okay, where am I pulling the ripcord? Where am I getting out? What am I doing? Or are you? Or are you just going to ride it out? Like listen, we all have those tokens that they're just in our wallet, not worth it to sell, right? Like you're not going to get rid of those, but other things, you have to decide, what am I doing here? Tammy, I need you to sell me of clear you need to sell me of clear cryptos. Too much uncertainty around this new crypto. I honestly have no idea what it is, but people seem angry at it already. I know. Isn't that a thing? People seem. I, I, I sat in a meeting today, and Austin, I just have to say to you, I don't even really know what I'm allowed to talk about. All I can say is, how pumped I was about Terrarium. I'm this pumped about clear cryptos. Super pumped. I don't know what it is I'm allowed to say about it yet. Like I have another meeting tomorrow that's going to last all day. But what I did hear today, I'm completely blown away. So everybody knows because it's on their Twitter, this project, I'll call it, hasn't even launched yet. Already they've sponsored a NASCAR. They're getting their name out there. Um, they're hooked up with some of the top influencers, and there's people behind this. And I saw a rumor saying that s- the Shibtoro dude was in there. No, no, that guy's crazy. That guy hates me, and I don't hate anybody. I'm a Christian. I don't say that I don't hate anybody. I dislike him. I dislike him very much. He talks so much crap about me on Twitter, and I was never anything but nice to that guy, right? Like, so he's not involved with it. I don't know how that rumor got started, but he's not involved with it. We'll, j- yeah, Austin, I just don't know what I can say about it. All I can tell you is that it's run by very professional, wealthy individuals who definitely are creating something that's going to help the average person who's not into cryptocurrency get into cryptocurrency and feel safe about it. Like, it's not just a token. It's not that. It's Austin, it's so much more. I was completely blown away. You know how I feel about terrarium. Even though terrarium has had its dips, I always have terrariums back because I believe in the project. You know, I love Praveen, maybe not as much as you, but I love Praveen and I trust Praveen. I know he's going to hold those 107 wallets for 7 years, like he said, and I trust him. He's a man of his word. That's how I feel about this developer that's making clear cryptos. So once I'm able to tell you more about it, I most definitely will. It would be my pleasure to tell you about it. Some people are blocked on Twitter. Thankfully, I wasn't one of them, but yeah, I looked at the website today. Seems interesting. They the word was Glenn from Shiptoro is on the team. Um, the There's nobody from Shibtoro on the team. I don't know how that even got started, but that developed one there was 2 developers of Shibtoro. One was, uh, the guy that left, I don't remember Brandon. The guy was Brandon, and the other guy is Chad. I think his name is Chad. Chad is the one still there trying to bilk every last penny out of people, and these poor people just get suckered into it, but know that I promise you, those 2 dudes aren't in it at all. IMAP security, speculation. Fed raising up to another 0.75 by mid-July. Crypto's going down for sure. Well, I don't think anything is going to take crypto down completely. I think the prices are all coming down. But like I said, like, here's the thing about the Fed. They only have so many tools in their toolkit to work with, and with this economy, like, seriously, what do you do? Like, this interest rate should have been raised when the economy was booming, when it was doing good. Like, it should have started to be raised, I think, in, like, 2015, 16, 17, 18. Like, it should have been going up and up and up. This way, when we run into a financial situation, market, environment like we are now, they're able to chip away at it. Like, they lower it and it helps people, but they just don't have it. I mean, it was down to nothing for so long. You can't go down from 0, right? What was it, like 0.25 or what? It was some ridiculously low amount that just didn't help anybody, right? It helped the super wealthy people, but it didn't help the average person. And if you want to have a truly strong economy, the best thing to have is a booming middle class. And right now, there's a huge gap. There's a huge disparity from the very wealthy to the middle class to the poor. We know the middle class is a shrinking group. You have some people that are turning into very wealthy people, but the majority people are getting out of the middle class down lower on the rung of the ladder to just the struggling, the barely getting by, living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. That's not going to make for a good economy, right? And we have to just get spending under control. We can't have this, let's just constantly print the money off. Let's just go to war everywhere and just print money off. Like, it's got to end somewhere. It really does. And I fear where it's going to end. Listen, my dad's a conspiracy theorist, He's cute. I don't want to say it. You know what I mean? He's one of them, right? And he thinks it's going to be bad news. Like, he's like, you need to start buying silver. They're not going to take money. You're going to have to buy stuff with silver. And I'm like, really? Silver? I'm like, well, I'm looking at my jewelry box. Like, I guess I have some gold. I have some silver, but like, I should do better. Tammy, Volt or Clear Cryptos? Which one are you more bullish on? Stop it, Marty. Well, Volt is only available right now. And you know I love Volt. Stop it. That's like making me say, who do I love more, mommy or daddy? Moonforce. I'm up security. Only way is up from here on out. That's good to hear. Thank you. You're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. Thank you for stopping on by. So yeah, there is some FUD. Oh, and I wanted to he said about people being blocked on Twitter, and I asked that, I was like, "Oh, because I know Rodney got blocked," and I was like, "Why would they who blocked Rodney? I who would do that?" And apparently he said something about clear I don't know what he said about Clear Cryptos, but they're like, "Oh, you know what? We're not gonna deal with FUD. We just want it out of the picture." When you've just had somebody and you're like, "Oh, I don't want them looking at my stuff anymore," you just block them, you know? I feel that because I've blocked, somebody. Moon, don't rely on dead cat bounce. If you look at earlier patterns of Bitcoin, it's similar to trend. However, we haven't reached level of support this moment. It's going down. Yeah, I'd mentioned earlier that oh, I think we could go see an 11,000 Bitcoin. I hope I'm wrong, but when it comes to this market downturn, we're definitely seeing just the beginning. This is the beginning of it. Like we had a nice bull run last year. We're not going to see that again. It's going to take a long time to correct this. When there is a huge problem in the economy, it, it's not like, you know, it's not like your personal household, right? Like you could just, hey, dad, can you throw me an extra $100, when you're just young and you're starting out and you don't have money to maybe pay your rent or something and your parents help you out and you're fixed. This is trying to fix the nation that's been broken for so incredibly long. Like the deficit is just out of control. And it's been out of control since the 80s. I mean, it's been crazy. Where do we stop? Where do we just say, "Oh, you know what? We just can't print any more money. We have to live on what we have to live on." And that's all there is to it. A big thing is we need to stop paying do you understand what a welfare queen the oil companies are? We give them money every single year. For what? For polluting and wrecking the environment? They've known since the 50s that this was going to cause changes in the weather patterns. Now, whether you believe it or not, that's up to you, but they did find out that Exxon knew that. And we're giving them money. Maybe your parents don't get a small business loan, but these oil giants that make billions of dollars every year get a check from the government. That's a welfare queen. That is a welfare queen. And that no, I'm not down with that. Yeah, Rodney got blocked. I couldn't believe he said something though. I don't know what he said or why he said it, but I was told he did say something. Chris, Tammy, any insight into the MMF ecosystem? Oof. I got to be honest with you. I haven't opened my DeFi wallet in a minute because I don't want to look over there. I have a lot of money sitting in there. And you know what? I'm like, I'm going to be sick if I look at VVS. I'm just not going to look at it. I bought a couple dips with VVS and now I'm just going to ride out this market downturn and wait. But I do have a one of those very long-term stakes. It's like, hey, if you put it in here and you leave it, the longer you leave it, the higher your percentage is going to be. I locked it in there like 3 months ago and I haven't looked at it. Now I know the price of everything is way, way down over there on the crypto.com's DeFi wallet. Every project that they have over there started out so good. Everything was going good, but like everything else, right? When a token or coin launches, it comes out of the gates. It's, those nice big green candles and then it comes way back down and then it enters an area of consolidation. And every now and then you have a spike up and you're always hoping, okay, now here we're going. It's a bullish flag. We're on the march up, but we're not going to have that for a minute. So people need to decide what they're going to do. Like, are you going to sell and just sell and wait until this market downturn is up? Because it could go even lower. Like, really, I should probably go over there and get everything the hell out of there. But I just I don't even want to look at it. I really don't. I have too much to worry about. I just don't even want to, my dad is very sick right now. I keep telling everybody that's one of the reasons why I've been so absent. And I don't need any more pressure, like don't I keep flying down to Florida for my dad's chemo treatments, and the last thing I wanna do is look at my DeFi wallet and see how much my funds have gone down. No, I'm not doing it. Oh, and I just keep praying every single day. I pray so long, you guys. I'm Catholic, and it's to pray the rosary takes a good 30 minutes, and you gotta just do it if you believe in the good Lord. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't finish your question, so hold on a second. Only thing because is holding a current 20K is extreme for index. Peoples are still buying at lower levels in hope of increase in value. Greedy are holding on. Okay, so I don't know how long you've been watching my channel. Probably over a month ago, I told people when I noticed that the market was going bad. And I was like, you know what, guys? I know it's smart to dollar cost average in. This way you become more profitable faster. I'm like, but this is different. We're seeing a shift here. And when it comes to buying dips, let's start pumping our brakes here. Let's not let's find an area of consolidation. Let's at least hit a floor before you truly know, okay, this is a good area to invest in. Let's check out, look at our chart, do some technical analysis, see where areas of support are. Is this a good place? Let's see. Are we going to consolidate here? Or are we going to continue lower? Pump your brakes. Let's chill, chill. So that's my advice. When it comes to DCAing, I'm calming down, not doing it for now. I've only been in crypto for a little over a year, but it's going to be hard to find a project as good as BTFA. I wish Saitama had a dev team like that. Yeah, Banana Task Force Ape, they're really great. Good team over there. I did an AMA for them, and yeah, so over here, we call them token A. Now is because I don't know if token A is responsible for other people's channels getting canceled. The gentleman that just was on my chat, Awesome Austin, he got his channel suspended. The sweetest guy in the world. Like, who's calling on him, right? Who's turning him in? Jeremy, the crypto realist, he got turned in. 2-Bit Crypto, Texas Tornado, Crypto Demon. All of these guys got their channels suspended. So we don't know who's doing it. People thought it might be Saitama. And I was like, but if it's Saitama, why wouldn't they hone in on Rodney? Why wouldn't they go after Sandstorm? Why wouldn't they go after me? Like, because, for them, I'm a very soft target. They love to come after me. How's the pixel chart? You know what? I don't even know. I haven't even looked at it, but I do know that I don't know if you got into the pre-sale or not, but apparently in 30 days they give you more money, and then in 60 days they give you more money. So no, I haven't even checked the pixel chart today. What's up, Rick's Mix? It kind of started off with the Bitboy thing, but oh well. So yeah, that's how that went. Poor Ben from Bitboy Crypto. So no, he's not somebody that was making money off people getting onto the Celsius platform. He's just as much a victim as anyone else, if not more, because he's got $3 million. You guys, it's gone. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? You have $3 million. What's up? 3 million bucks, and you put it on somebody's platform, and they're like, you can't have it. No. I would be infuriated. He has every right to be upset and angry and super pissed and say Alex Mashinsky should be in prison because the guy's a liar. Don't forget, until they locked up shop, until they froze everything, that very day and the day before, he's like, anything that you hear that's negative about Celsius, that's just FUD. It's FUD. That's just FUD. I think can't wait until the day the token is bounced from the space, counting down the days. You think they're gonna get bounced? I hope you're right, Awesome Austin. I hope you're right, but, I mean, they're not even finished with their airdrops yet, Token A. They're not even done. The last time they did airdrops, I just checked the deployer wallet a little bit before we went on, and it was 1 day and, like, 15 hours, so almost 2 days. They haven't done an airdrop. But here's the scary thing, guys. Do you remember the one time the guy came on the stream and he's like, "I think they're gonna run out of tokens." And I'm like, "No, what are you talking about? They can't run out of tokens. That's crazy." You're I think they might I think they could. Their deployer wallet is down to 1.5%. This is They just launched this thing, and the deployer wallet is down to 1.5%. And they still have so many more airdrops to go. How is that possible? I think wouldn't it be a thing if this dude was right? Because, the Saitama dev team, I don't wanna talk crap about them, but, and listen, when you're doing that amount of airdrops, it's easy to make a mistake. There's every chance in the world they overdropped people tokens, whether it was done accidentally or whether they were accidentally on purpose, whatever. I think they may have dropped a few people too many tokens because it's not adding up to me. This is the biggest portion of their holders. 20 some odd percent have, Skywalker just released this on Twitter the other day about how many people were in Saitama at what percentage and who holds what. So the great amount of holders holds, and this is according to the V1 numbers. If you just give me a second, I want to pull this up because this is actually very interesting. And what intrigued me was, could we possibly run out of tokens? Now, granted, the people that are like you and me, compared to the people that, own 50 Ethereum worth, we're not going to have as many tokens as them, right? I mean, that's just clear. But there is a lot of us. There's a crap ton of us, and there's the chance that if an error was made, if indeed they did make an error with the airdrops, I mean, it could happen. Maybe we don't have our tokens. Here it is. Let me share this screen. You know what's weird about what's so strange about this is that it used to oh, look, Keith is in the house, everybody. 9.99 bomb from Keith over at CoinViewCap. This is why I told people this was the bottom. ETH was never going to 500. It will go up and down from here in small increments. Keith, I hope you're right. Now you can't go after Celsius because in their terms can use their fund. Yes, that is in their term, and that's to be expected, right? Like, how do you think they're making an 18 per how are they able to pay 18% yield on your funds unless they're moving it off of their platform to put it to work somewhere else? But still think that, you know, there's every chance in the world there was a misappropriation of funds, whether, I think there's every chance in the world they're gonna get in big trouble. Even though you do sign up, okay, I agree to your terms of use when I park my shit on your platform. If things were mishandled, things were misappropriated, you still have to answer for that, and they had a lot that they hid. Don't forget, Keith, they didn't fess up to the Badger DAO hack until not too long ago, and that was May of 2021, right? That was like almost a year ago. So I think, they've got a lot of answering to do. Okay, hold on a second. So this is the holders for Saitama. This was done by Skywalker. Hold on, I got to chug some. really wish I had my glasses. Hold on a second, guys. You see my glasses? I'm sorry, that was so incredibly rude, but I just can't see anything. I just can't see anything. Okay. So we see here, this is a mock-up of the V1, okay? From the holders, 500 million to 999 million was only 5%, okay? 250 million to 499 million, 1.9. But here we have a big treasure trove of people. The people that hold less than 250 million. That's a large portion of people, but they didn't have a large portion of tokens. Where are they right now? Well, they're airdropping right now 100,000s in the low 100,000s. And as we know, that would be people that had over 100 billion. So they're here now. I don't know if you can see my mouse when I'm moving it, but they're here now. They're 100 billion to 249. So they've got all of this way to go. They've got from here, I don't know if you can see this, from the 4.82 all the way down to this 22.4. They've got to send all of those people yet. Although we know they've already said, right? They're not sending people. They're not going to do a certain number of people. I'm not worried about losing my 2K of Saitama, but I still don't have any V2 tokens. That makes me mad. It makes me mad too. I don't have mine. So I have tokens on MetaMask I haven't received. I have tokens on Saitamask that I've not received. And like I said, the only reason I even sent them to Saitamask was because they were closing up shop on Gate.io, and I wanted to just send them there as a test just to see how it worked, you know? And you can't open it. Now, I checked on Etherscan because you can get your wallet address from your Saitamask and check it on Etherscan. Okay, did they drop my wallet? And I can see no, they haven't done it. But my holdings over there were nothing. I think when I bought on Gate.io, I think I only bought like 5 billion. It was 300 bucks worth basically, and I think it was about 5 billion. But when you transfer out of Gate.io, they take a pretty big, I think like 25 or 30% of your tokens. So I think I might only have like 3 billion sitting over there on Saitamask, which is nothing. Okay, nothing. Bitmart is not live yet. I don't know if they've airdropped them. There was rumors that they didn't give the right number of tokens to certain exchanges. They had to, I saw that they gave, is it L Bank? They sent L Bank more tokens in the past couple days. So that means they probably didn't send them enough tokens, right? If they're re-upping their token amount. So it's, I don't even know like what to do here. I don't know, Keith, what do you think? Keith is pretty sure that I'm going to pull up Dex Tools because, you know, Keith is sure. Keith is feeling pretty strong that ETH is not going to trickle down to 5. And you know what, Keith? I hope you're right, but I don't have a good feeling about it. I really don't, because I think when it comes to this market, the economy as a whole, we're in some pretty deep crap. We're in some pretty deep crap. Hold on a second, people. I don't know what is up with StreamYards. You used to be able to share a screen and just flip from tab to tab. Now I can't do it. All right, here we go. Here's our trustworthy website right here, guys. This is CoinViewCap. This is Keith's platform. This is amazing. So not only do you have this wonderful website that ranks all of the coins correctly, which you don't get on CoinMarketCap, but you do get on CoinViewCap. You guys, it's amazing. I just want to show you something. It's an app too. You can have the app on your phone if you want. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that so nice that you don't have to navigate through the website to get to Dex tools on your phone? No, you could just pull CoinViewCap up right on your phone, and it's iOS and Android versions. So there you go. Isn't that wonderful? So let's pull up the Ethereum chart over here. I don't know. Can you see this on view? Okay. And it was slow to pull it up. It has nothing to do with his platform. You guys all know. You all know my computer's so terrible. Yeah, I love well, Keith was on my channel for an AMA. So let's see. Let's pull up. Let's do a 2-year chart over here. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that great? You could pull up a 2-year chart right there if you want. I mean, it has been holding strong. Keith is pretty sure we're not going to get down to 500, but you know what? He could be right, but I don't know, man. It's ugly. It's ugly is all I'm saying. Is all I'm saying is it's ugly. What's up, Pablo? Look who's in the house, you guys. Your computer is better than my internet. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. What's up, Steve the Canadian? Damn government lying and covering up inflation. LOL. Yeah. Well, they always give estimates, right? They give an estimate as to how they believe things are going to happen, but sometimes it could take months for the actual true reports to come out to check those numbers against what their estimates were. I mean, you're not technically in a recession until you have 2 consecutive quarters of negative growth of GDP, and I think, if you ask the regular person, "Are we in a recession?" They would 100% say yes. Come on, we know we are. We don't need to see any stinking numbers. We live in the real world. We can feel it. You go to the gas pump to try to fill up your truck. Like, can you believe these people with these monster vehicles? Can you imagine? Oh, it was funny. Uh, my brother and I flew down to Florida to take care of my dad during his chemotherapy. And I had gotten a rental car, like a mid-sized thing. And the lady's like, "I want to give you an upgrade." I was like, "Oh, an upgrade." I'm saying to my brother, "Yeah." And she's like, "I'm going to give you a beautiful pickup truck. You can take any pickup truck you want. By all means, go out there and pick any one you want." I'm like, No, I don't want any stinking truck. First of all, I can't back up a truck, and I like to back up in my parking spaces. I don't wanna back up a truck. Mm-mm. Second of all, that thing's a gas guzzler. No way in hell. No. I have been DCA into Phantom. You know what? I never got into Phantom. I didn't really look into it. I know there was a controversy there with the Phantom guy, and there was influencers that were all upset, but I never got into that because I just never got into it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know anything about it, so I wonder if Phantom is on CoinViewCap. Let's see. Let's see if they ranked. I don't even know what their ticker symbol is, but FTM. Look, they are there. Maybe. We'll have to see. Is this them? We'll do 3 months because I don't remember when they launched. This can't be them, right? No, this has gotta be a different Phantom, right? Or is that the Phantom you were talking about? Is that the wrong Phantom? I think the Phantom I was thinking about was the PH one, right? This is something else. This is an old project, right? Let me hit 1 year. Yeah, okay. I think when I first started watching Alex Becker, let me pull up an earlier chart 2 years ago. Yeah, I think I got into this a while ago, like, when I first started to watch Alex Becker, like, way, way back before he was super cocky, that's when I got into Phantom. And you guys know I buy and I don't look. I probably should have sold, although it didn't get up that high, but I got in pretty early. What year is this? 2021? It was before then. Had to be 2020. 2020 when it was, like, definite I know people cry about DeFi being crazy now, but 2020 was worse, and we all know it. FTM, okay. I can't believe Pablo came by my channel. What's up, Pablo? No, everybody knows who Pablo is. Pablo is the biggest fan of Vault. And let's see, Vault Inu 2. It's gotta be. So I have Vault on both Ethereum and Binance. It's on both chains this way. If you wanna spend a little less money, you can go over there on your Trust wallet and get it through PancakeSwap. And of course, it's available on Bitmart, which is where I first got it. I first got it on Bitmart. And, their migration went through nice and smooth, unlike someone who we're not gonna talk about. But listen, they need to just I don't care how you feel about Saitama. I know a lot of people don't like them. They don't like the people involved with them. Dude, just finish your airdrop already. I mean, this is insane. It is insane. It's crazy. It's just not cool that so many people they put out this video of people being charitable over in Pakistan. They're handing out what looked to be like, I don't know, bags of rice or something. And they're like, oh, this is who we are. We're Wolfpack strong. And there was like so many views on the video, like people were commenting. And I was like, what? I wonder what they're saying. So I went to go look at all the comments. Dude, it was nothing nice. I was like, oh man, there's all of the people who were so Wolfpack strong and, we love the devs and we got their back, they're starting to turn. They're starting to be like, dude, where's my tokens? How come I haven't gotten my tokens? All of the people that have like massive amount of tokens, they got theirs first and you launched the project and I didn't get my tokens yet. Like the token almost hit a penny, and now it's down is it in the 3s now? Like, I don't even it's in the 3s now, and people had that opportunity to make some profits, and they didn't. So whenever you hear someone, because what the wolf pack likes to do in Saitama is say, "Hey, if you don't like us, you should sell your tokens and move on. Get out of here. You're stupid that you didn't take profits when you should have. It's your fault." So now your argument is, "I couldn't take profits when I should have because you held my tokens hostage," which is so very true. The price is now in the low 3s, and that's about, let's be honest, about 75% less than what they were day of launch when you could have maxed out on getting some gains. Keith, let's see what Keith says here. Now I got to put my glasses on again. Volt Inu has also been fixed on the V2 website and their logo. The data has all been changed to it will look nothing like this. So in case you guys don't know, Keith has done an update on the new website. Everything is going to change here and it's going to be amazing and beautiful and I'm very pumped to see it. So when is the big unveil, Keith? When does everybody get to see it? And are you going to come back on my channel when you do? When you launch it, you're going to come on my channel. We'll do a little launch party for well, probably not the day of I'm sure you're booked solid with everybody else once you're on their channel, but if you wouldn't mind, it would be great. He said, sure, you guys. You know what? I've been BSing here for over an hour. That's crazy. I just wanted to talk about Bitboy, right? But somebody had to mention Saitama and Luna, and then I went off on a tangent. So I don't know. It's very scary, right? So just keep this in mind. Learn a valuable lesson from this, even though, and this is something that's very important. Celsius is a centralized platform. It's not like it's DeFi, right? It definitely is a centralized platform. And when you hear centralized, compared to DeFi, you have more confidence in them, whether they deserve it or not, but you do. So just be careful whenever you're looking to collateralize your crypto and, maybe take out some cash instead of selling your, keep this in mind. Look what happened to Celsius. So next time you freaking borrow against your crypto, go crazy and over leverage yourself, just know you might lose it all. You could lose it all. So poor Ben, he's out $3 million. And I don't know. It's very sad. Well, guys, I thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to sign off for tonight. And what did Dave say? I looked at Vault on CoinMarketCap. It has a warning. I looked at some other tokens and haven't seen that warning. I don't know why you saw the warning. Oh, maybe because it did have a migration. I mean, if you look at Saitama, there's a warning there too. Maybe it has something to do with the migration, but no, no. I mean, it's Volt. It had a perfect migration. Their smart contract is locked up with Everrise. Their dev is doxed to the people of Everrise. Anything that's done with the smart contract is voted on by the community. They've got so much utility coming up. Like there's definitely a lot in the hopper when it comes to Vault. It's another one of those projects that I can't really leak about what they have going on there, but it's a lot. They've got a lot going on. So definitely one of those that I'm hodling. Is it hodling or is it hodling? I like hodling personally, but I heard hodling earlier today and I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. Well, guys, that's going to do it here for me today. I really appreciate you guys for dropping on by my channel. And until next time, remember, please take care of yourself and